Welcome, Sahabat friends! So glad you're joining us for today's explainer. I am absolutely thrilled to get into this one with you. Today, we're unpacking some incredibly profound insights from Sukesty Martono. We're looking at a concept that is quite literally the beating heart of Islamic teachings, building akhlaq mullya, or noble character. And as you'll see, developing a beautiful, resilient character isn't about making these giant, impossible leaps. It's really just about the tiny steps we take every single day.
So what exactly is the absolute smallest form of noble character? Think about that for a second. It's a pretty powerful question, right? Because we kind of fall into this trap of thinking that true virtue only comes from these grand, once-in-a-lifetime sacrifices. We think of massive milestones, giving away fortunes, or taking huge, dramatic stands. But what if the secret to a noble character is actually hiding in plain sight, just tucked away in the tiniest, most ordinary moments of your day?
To really wrap our heads around this, Sukesty Martono gives us this brilliant visual. Picture Akhlaq Mullya as a magnificent, towering building. It's strong, it's beautiful, it provides shelter. Now, the foundation of this building, what keeps it rooted, is your sincere intention for Allah. But the building itself, well, it's not just carved out of one giant boulder. It's constructed out of thousands and thousands of tiny bricks. And those bricks, they are the small, consistent actions you choose to make every single day.
Okay, let's dive right into this blueprint. Today, we're going to build 4 structural pillars. First, the foundation of a noble character. Second, kindness in social interactions. Third, guarding the heart in speech. And finally, the power of consistency. Let's get into it.
All right, starting with pillar number 1, the foundation of a noble character.
Now, usually we tend to define our faith by grand actions, right? Things like jihad or the Hajj pilgrimage. And sure, those are monumentally important, but let's be real, those don't happen every day. True character is forged in the totally mundane, everyday stuff. Why? Because these tiny habits require absolutely zero money, and they take almost no time at all. You don't need a massive budget or a totally cleared schedule, yet they have this massive compounding impact on society and your personal path to heaven. Your character is really built on a random Tuesday morning or during a crowded commute. And this isn't just an opinion, we have the ultimate authority backing this up. Listen to this incredible verse from the Quran. So whoever does an atom's weight of good will see it. An atom's weight. I mean, you literally cannot get smaller than an atom. But this proves that even the tiniest speck of good, a single tiny brick in our building, will be seen, acknowledged, and rewarded. Absolutely nothing is wasted.
Moving right along to pillar number 2, kindness in social interactions.
So now that we know every single atom counts, how do we actually apply this to the folks around us? It starts with literally the easiest thing you can do. Habit number 1, smile and greet others. I'm going to challenge you right now, think about your day so far. Can you actively count how many times you smile today at a neighbor, a coworker, or just a total stranger? Offering a sincere smile and a warm assalamu alaikum takes zero effort, but I guarantee you it changes the atmosphere of a room instantly. And it goes way deeper than just being polite. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "Your smile for your brother is charity." Just think about that for a second. This hadith takes a simple physical muscle movement in your face and elevates it into a profound spiritual act. You are literally giving spiritual charity every single time you smile warmly at someone. It warms up our social connections and brings an endless stream of reward. Which naturally leads us to habits 4 and 6, selfless help and forgiving others. Think of these as 2 sides of the same coin. On the outside, it's physical, lifting a neighbor's heavy groceries, sharing a quick snack. On the inside, it's about mentally forgiving someone who wronged you. Maybe they misspoke or forgot a promise. These acts do something incredible. They literally expand your own heart and clear out all those toxic grudges. The so what here is perfectly captured in this verse. And let them pardon and overlook. Would you not like that Allah should forgive you? So forgiving someone isn't just you doing them a solid so they feel better. It's actually an act of deep humility that directly invites Allah's forgiveness for your own mistakes. By letting go of that grudge, you're making space for your own redemption.
All right, that brings us to our 3rd pillar, guarding the heart and speech.
So we've looked outward, right? Now we've got to look inward. This is about total self-management. Enter habits 2 and 7, honesty in small things and gentle speech. It is so easy to tell tiny, seemingly harmless lies, like saying, "Oh, I already ate," when you haven't, just to avoid a hassle. But Sukesty Martono warns us that those small lies, they just open the door to big ones. And with speech,
We really need to ask ourselves before we talk, is this gentle? Because words can either profoundly heal or deeply wound.
Because honesty, it's not just a nice idea. It is the absolute bedrock of faith. The Quran puts it straight. O you who have believed, be with those who are true. I want you to try this. Today, note just one moment where you deliberately chose honesty even when it was super awkward or difficult. That tiny moment of friction, that is exactly when a brick of noble character is being laid down.
Okay, next up is habit 3, patience in daily routines. We hear ancient wisdom about patience all the time, but what does it actually look like today? Well, it's that moment you're stuck in the absolute slowest line at the mini market. It's when you're sitting bumper to bumper in traffic, or when you're just staring at your phone anxiously waiting for a text reply that isn't coming. That right there, that is your training ground.
And when that frustration hits, here's the exact 3-step game plan from our source. Step 1, take a deep breath. Just pause. Step 2, say astaghfirullah to seek forgiveness and center yourself. Step 3, remember that showing patience right now, in this super annoying little moment, earns Allah's pleasure. You are transforming a frustrating situation into a golden opportunity for spiritual reward. It's literally alchemy.
Now, what's super interesting on this next slide is just the number 3. Just 3. This ties into our 5th habit, gratitude. And the practice is amazingly simple. Find just 3 simple things to be grateful for every single night before you go to sleep. It doesn't have to be a massive promotion. It can just be a really good meal, your health, or feeling safe in your own home.
Because when you stop and realize you have those basics, you figure out just how incredibly wealthy you actually are. Look at this profound hadith. Whoever wakes up healthy, it is as if he possesses the whole world. Daily gratitude for the basics, food, health, security, is the ultimate cure for envy. You stop looking at what others have, and you suddenly feel like you own the entire world.
Which brings us to our 4th and final pillar, the power of consistency.
Look, building this towering akhlaq mullya, it is not about overnight perfection. You're not building a skyscraper in a day. It's all about showing up and laying down one small brick at a time. Here is our recap checklist of the 7 daily practices. Smile and greet. Be honest in small things. Be patient in your routines. Help selflessly. Be grateful for 3 small things. Forgive others. Speak gently. I urge you right now, just pick one. Seriously, pick one from this list to start today. Do it quietly, don't show off. And then, just add another one tomorrow.
So I'm going to leave you with this final provocative thought. What if the absolute smallest thing you did today is the exact thing that changes the entire world tomorrow? An atom's weight of good is literally never lost. Practicing these small, everyday bricks of akhlaq mullya is ultimately about getting closer to Allah and slowly, quietly making this world a much better place. Thank you so much for hanging out with me in this explainer today. Now go out there and lay your first brick.